Okay, I just want to welcome you to our webinar today, our BSMD webinar. Our chat is working, so you will get an opportunity to chat any questions that you have. I will address each and every question after the session. Okay, so let's get started. Don't worry, this webinar is getting live streamed on the YouTube channel, so you can go and watch there. Okay. So let me get started. Yeah, I'm from Chester Springs. Where is everybody from? I live in the Philly suburbs. Okay, where is everyone from? Okay. Let me get started with my presentation. Oh, lovely. California. The weather must be good there. Unlike where we are in Pennsylvania, it's cold, cold Pennsylvania. San Diego, even better. Amazing. Amazing. I wish I were someplace warmer. Okay, I'm just going to get started. Um, this is all about the BSMD program. I'm just going to share with you what are the different options, the BSMD, the BSDO, the pre-med, how to build that exceptional profile. Okay, and also I'm going to go over a resume of our successful candidates, and then we'll have an extended Q&A session. Okay, got it? So let's get started. I will address your questions after the presentation, because if I start answering all your questions, I'll never get through the presentation. So bear with me, okay? Okay, so it's the BSMD process. I'm just going to give you everything that you need to know for the BSMD, BSDO. It's a very up and coming. It's not up and coming. It's been there for like many years, and it's a very, very popular track to be in. And so please don't ignore that when you're trying to build your BSMD profile. Okay, a bit about me. I'm an immigrant. I studied in India. I was like extremely frustrated with the lack of clarity when my older son was applying about 6 years back. Now he's graduated from Georgia Tech. He did his master's in 3.5 years, and it was so hard to find opportunities for him. And that's the reason I just quit my full time job, and I do this and I love doing this. It's my mission to demystify the college process. It's like unnecessarily confusing, right? I'm just going to simplify that for you. Okay. And these are my qualifications. I'm a Tony Robbins certified life coach. I like the mindset mastery and all those kind of things from Tony Robbins, but there are some very aggressive things about that which I kind of tune out on that. Okay. And a positive psychology coach. I'm an executive functioning skills coach, which is the prefrontal cortex of the brain. That is where all the planning, prioritization, focus, just about everything is there. And that part of the brain is still developing in teens. And I started off as a study skills coach. I used to work with students whose grades were failing, who had social skills issues, who were on the spectrum and everything. And as my practice grew, parents asked me to like start with college counseling and everything, and that's how I got into this. I went to UC Berkeley to do my college counseling. My whole team is trained in their method. Anusha, who's our head of counseling, has done career counseling from UC Berkeley. I'm also a meditation instructor, and a pranic healer helps me keep balanced. Okay, so that's what it is. And this is my family. I studied in REC Calicut. My husband graduated from the Harvard Extension School. It only took him 5 years. I'm just kidding. There were a lot of obstacles that he had to overcome to finally finish. Then my oldest son is working in Moderna now. He's finished his master's from Georgia Tech in 3.5 years. He's My younger one is a rising senior. He's not into the STEM field. He's a political science interested major. Then I've had 20 years of corporate experience. I'm a corporate misfit. Okay, and here I am. So, who is this program for? Right? You want to skyrocket your child's success. You want to create an unbeatable profile for BSMD. You're in the right place. You want to outplay competition. It's extremely intense competition out there. You're in the right place. And the most important thing is fueling your child's learning, right? If you have those goals, we will gel very, very well. Okay. And yeah, this is the agenda. I'm going to go over the different medical paths, the BSMD versus DO, ingredients of a successful candidate, our results, and our edge for cracking the BSMD. Okay. The program's not for you if you're searching for shortcuts. No, there is no shortcuts. There's no fudging the resume. There's no fluffing. No, please don't do that. Use like pure intentions and energy. You're very successful, but you feel like you're reluctant to put your child. You feel like it's too hard. I had to like talk to a parent who said her child simply doesn't have time. I mean, how is that even possible, right? It's very competitive, and if your child's reluctant to put that amount of hard work and effort, this program is not for you. And also, you feel like minimal effort needs to go in, and overnight success, if that's your intention, it's not going to work. And if you believe that grades alone are going to guarantee a spot in the BSMD program, that's not going to work either. And you're seeking a deal and not value or quality, again, we are not for you. Okay. That said, let's just get started. I'm going to share my scholarship course. If you stick around till the end of the program, it has all the resources that you need to apply for scholarships, the different kinds of scholarships, and everything. Okay. Our success, my students have gotten into Stanford, UPenn, Cornell, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, all the UCs, NYU, pretty much a lot of colleges, not just the top tier. My students have gotten into a lot of BSMD programs as well, starting from St. Louis, Texas NMed, Augusta, St. Bonaventure, Hofstra, University of South Alabama, full tuition, Stony Brook, just about everything, any college that you can think about, my students have gotten in. Okay. And okay, so let's get started with the success formula. There is no success formula, but yeah, there are certain things that you can do to like build an exceptional profile. Okay, so let's start with the medical programs. What are the different paths? Basically, you have the traditional path. There's nothing wrong with that. It's 4 years of undergrad followed by the MCAT, then applying to med school. So that is the traditional path. And these are the requirements for the admission. You need an MCAT score, overall GPA and science GPA. You need shadowing experience. You need clinical experience, research experience and publications, volunteering experience, and letters of recommendation. If you are multitasking, please come back because this is something that's super important. If you want to take a snapshot, go ahead and do it. But this is something that I wanted to be cinched in your mind because BSMD is something similar. The only thing that changes for the BSMD requirement is the MCAT score. You need to have exceptional SAT, ACT score. You need to have an overall GPA, shadowing experience, clinical experience, research experience, volunteering, letters of recommendation. So these are all needed for BSMD as well. It mimics the traditional medical program. Okay. And yeah, so there's something that is in between the traditional pre-med and the BSMD, which is the early assurance program. It is like, I like this program a lot because it gives students 2 years to decide whether they want to apply for the BSMD, and they get to apply for the BSMD program in their sophomore year. So it gives them 2 years to test the waters. So this is the early assurance program. Case Western has it, and a few other colleges have this. Okay. And next, the advantages, like I mentioned, they get 2 extra years to figure out if they really want to pursue medicine or not. Okay. Then there's a combined medical program, which is why you are here. Basically, it is the bachelor's and the master's combined. So students get accepted into either a 7-year or an 8-year program. Okay, so it's a conditional acceptance. There is no separate college medical school application that's involved here, but conditional acceptance. Remember, there is still an MCAT requirement to get into the program or to stay in the program. Extremely high GPA requirements. Okay. And yeah, and what is it? It's got different names. It's got direct medical program, BSMD program, accelerated medical program, meaning it does not have a separate admissions process, which is what makes it like very, very attractive, right? Otherwise, there's this constant uncertainty whether a child's going to make it to the med school. But here you have a conditional acceptance, which is pretty darn good. Okay, and then how hard is it to get into the BSMD program? The acceptance rates are notoriously low. They are between 1 to 5%, right? Because they have to spend a lot of money in building the program, hiring the best talent, providing the best equipment, the surgical theater, staff, and everything. So that is why they are very, very careful and they scrutinize students who get in. Okay. Another excellent option is a BSDO. The doctors who come out of the BSDO program, they get into the mainstream primary care like family medicine, internal medicine, OBGYN, and pediatrics. Okay, please ask your PCP what doctor he is. My physician, Dr. Kalman, is a BSDO. Halgado, Dr. Halgado is also DO. They are amazing, amazing doctors. Okay, so this is the DO. The main difference between DO and MD is MD is allopathy or modern medicine. DO is osteopathic manual medicine or OMM is what they call it. So they are different fields, but very, very well recognized. I have a lot of students who come to me and it's like, Joe, I want to be a doctor for basketball athletes and make millions, right? So they're also their sports medicine is also very, very popular, and it's a very, very good field. My students have gotten into Nova Southeastern, NYIT, DO program everywhere, and they're doing extremely well. Okay, so what makes an exceptional BSMD candidate? Okay, so if you're multitasking, come back. These are the 6 key admission categories. Number 1 is academics. Number 2 is test score. Number 3 is research. It's really, really important. Number 4 is community service or volunteering. Number 5 is clinical exposure or shadowing. And number 6 is extracurricular activity. It has to be a wow factor. It cannot be like common inky dinky activities, right? HOSA and everything are like very common. We put them around the 5th level out of the 10 levels that we have. So like research, volunteering, shadowing, all these go on top, right? So these are the 6 criteria. Any questions about the criteria, please put them in the chat and I'll address them. But you just got to remember these 6 components. It has to be there. Okay, then I'm just going to go deeper into that. Academics, students are expected to have good GPA, class rank if it's offered, AP or IB curriculum. Okay, then courses, I call it the golden rectangle, need to have AP biology, AP chemistry, AP physics 1 is good, and mathematics, it's AP calculus AB. That's like the basic. If you get a BC, it's a bonus. A statistics is a much better bonus on top of that. Okay, so AP Calculus AB is like the most sought after course in the high school. Okay, and I see a lot of students and also a lot of colleges, a lot of schools don't have this physics requirement, but please make sure you have physics in your profile because it shows problem solving and they expect physics. Okay, next is the scores needed to get into the colleges. You need an upwards of 1530 in the SAT or an ACT of 34 plus, but then you can do either one of them. I like the approach where you try both and you figure out where your child scores best. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. You're not penalized for trying many times, and it's like really hard to get the best score the very first time. Okay, and extracurricular activities, it's the umbrella of the volunteering, shadowing, and research. They all fall under the extracurricular activities, and it's got to have a wow factor. Your child has got to like stand out, not blend in. Please don't ever think that your child needs to blend in. I mean, you see a lot of activities where parents just put their children in because someone else joined, right? Like, and they become serial joiners. But what colleges are looking for are specific, a specialist over generalist, right? So that is how you need to build your profile. Any questions about the extracurricular activities, please put them in the chat and I'll address them. Okay. Next is volunteering. Very, very important. You can volunteer in the hospital, in the hospice cares, in nursing homes, and everywhere. Okay. That's super duper important. The easiest place to volunteer is the senior home near your house. We also offer starting a club, a Horizon Network club in your school, where in the Horizon Network club you can with your classmates go and volunteer in nursing care, or I'm sorry, not nursing care, in a senior home near your near where you live. Okay. Next is shadowing. You can shadow your own pediatrician, physician, dentist, chiropractor. It's perfectly fine. Just don't think that, oh, I'm not going to a dental program. Why should I shadow a dentist? They are also medical professionals. They're also treating the sick, the ill, and providing medical care. So that's good enough. And also, the best place to go volunteer is either Costco or Walmart. You see the lens store, right? So there's an optometrist there. There's an ophthalmologist. You can go and shadow them as well. My student who got into SLU, he shadowed an ophthalmologist, right? So it doesn't really have to be physician, and don't expect that your child is going to be invited into the surgery and will be handing over scalpel to the doctor. That's not the case at all. But they want children to like physically be in a place, in a medical facility where care is being offered. So that's very, very important. And you need a minimum of 100 hours combined in 4 years. And also, please don't take shortcuts like, oh, I will go to India and shadow and everything. Remember, you are applying to a college in the United States. So they need to see the student who has shadowed under a doctor who's in United States. Okay. Then research is nothing but involvement in a scientific hypothesis, right? They want students to create their own hypothesis, even if it's like secondary data research, doesn't matter. It's some kind of an hypothesis that is like published in a research journal or something. Okay, so you can kids can either publish a research paper or work in a lab or a clinic, which is like next to impossible to get in after the pandemic. We do offer publishing a research paper where students do get to write their paper, conduct research under an expert who's a faculty expert, and then submit their paper for publishing. Okay. So basically, a well-researched paper is peer-reviewed or is like accredited by a researcher or a professor, and it's published in a scientific journal that accepts research. And in our case, we help students submit their research paper that accepts high school research, right? You can't compete with the PhD aspirants or the undergrads. So that is how we go about helping our students. Okay. Then I'm just going to go over a resume of a BSMD and BSDO student. Now, this student did 3 research papers with us. And once you publish your research paper, then you get a DOI link, which says that it has been published, and you can stick the DOI link in your resume. Okay, so that's the advantage of doing the research. It really shows colleges that you submitted and your paper was approved. Okay, so this girl, she had 3 research papers. She was also a research intern. What we do is once students go through our program, we invite them back to help and mentor other kids in writing the research paper. She was also a lab intern, okay, where she did research on pigmentation. As you can see here, she shadowed a dentist, right? And her volunteering was in the Shady Grove Hospital. And she was also part of HOSA, and she had other leadership activities as well. Okay. And this is another student. She got into Rensselaer Polytechnic. Mind you, it takes only 18 to 20 students, and she's one of them. And as you can see here, she's pretty stacked when it comes to like courses like AP Chemistry. This you can even take AP Computer Science. It's nothing like, oh, I'm pursuing medicine, so I'm not going to do any kind of computer science and everything. No, that's not true. The physics, everything is super important. Her academic honors are here. She had leadership. She had shadowing experience. And again, you can put links to your presentations there as well. And that's what we do. We help guide our students. I don't know why this didn't open. Guide our students to record their thesis defense, and then they can put the link in their resume. So you can see how well this resume is with all the kind of activities that is there. She had internships in a lab. She had a lot of volunteering and community service. She had over 120 hours volunteering in Tufts Hospital. Um, yeah, so this is how a BSMD or a BSDO resume looks. Any questions about the resume, please put it in your chat. And I wanted to go over the BSMD, BSDO cost and scholarship. So this is my student this year. She got an on-the-spot admission into NYIT's BSDO program, and her estimated scholarship was 29K a year. So this is how successful our students are. This is the typical cost of a BSMD program. It ranges from $70,000 to $85,000, and our job as counselors is to bring it down to like 35 to 55K. And that's super important. Otherwise, you'll end up breaking the bank. And you can see here, my students get multiple scholarship offers. This girl got into Drexel, Hofstra, St. Louis, and U Toledo, but she went to Hofstra. This is a BSMD program, okay? And this is her acceptance letter. And I just want to go over the BSMD application process. Basically, it's a three-step application. There is the Common App, which you use to submit your undergrad application. Then there is a medical application. Once you get accepted here, there is another application, which is like quite strenuous. It asks for a lot of essays, recommendations, and all kinds of resume, different formats and everything. And then you're invited to a multiple medical interview. Okay, this is also another very, very important process that you need to be very, very prepared with. And we cover everything. Okay. And okay, so have you gained clarity about the BSMD and BSDO? So what are your thoughts? Have you gained clarity? Do you need more information? What are your thoughts about this? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, a quiet bunch. Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, great, thank you. Yeah, okay, almost done. And I'll take your questions. Okay, oh my God, it always goes to the beginning. Okay, I'm sorry, it just went too fast. Okay, so how do you beat the competition? Isn't that why you're here? Just kidding. But yes, the simple answer to that is create a plan to differentiate from others. But how? How, right? So that is why we have our unique solutions, which helps you stand out and get into those BSMD programs. We have our research program. Our spring research is just opening up. We offer cancer, neuroscience, infectious diseases, nanoscience, reproductive organs, AI, genomics, and business. So I just want to go over the design of the neuroscience, which is open. We only have 2 spots left. We've already mostly filled out. Okay, so basically what we do is they learn deeply with a research professor, expert in that field, be it cancer, neuroscience, and they also write a research paper, which is 4,000 words. So you need to show colleges a tangible, measurable outcome, and that is what we provide, a 4,000-word research paper that students submit for publishing. Okay, and this is the professor who teaches our neuroscience. He's an expert in neurodegenerative diseases, and he's an amazing, amazing mentor from University of Southern California. Okay, so we've had over 5 sessions with him, and students just blow my mind away. And I'm going to show you all their presentations on our YouTube channel. And then we have our creative writer who helps our students write their research paper. That's also very, very important. We teach them how to write the intro, the body, the for example, the APA citations and everything that is very, very important. Okay, and what to expect in our research paper, there will be diagrams that they will draw using BioRender, there'll be data collection, there'll be graphs, and there'll be a very good hypothesis that students will get to create. Okay. And then we help them submit it for publishing. The whole process is like very well defined. Okay. And I want to tell you that it takes a while to get the manuscript published. You don't have to be like Prince Charles, wait for 50 years, but it takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months for a good research paper to get published. Anything lower than that, you are going to raise red flags in your college application. Okay. And yeah, so how do you register? All our information is on our website, giftedgabber.com. I will share the link as well. All our programs are listed there, our counseling, everything. I'm just going to go over that. So at the moment, neuroscience is what we have for the biomed or the BSMD program. If you want, artificial intelligence is also open. Then we offer internship after students finish their research. And during summer, they can come back and help other students. Then we also have our BSMD counseling for the spring. All the dates are mentioned here. You can take them combined, or you can start with the the research. Okay, so all the program details are available on our website. You can check out everything there. Okay. Okay, so that's what I have. What else do I have going? Hold on a minute. Yeah, so I just wanted to share what is included in our counseling. Everything is available. It depends on which grade your child is, right? And if they are 10th graders, then we have a different program for them. If they're 11th graders, then they're ready to apply to colleges. So it's a completely different program. So we help with getting the extracurricular activities, volunteering, like shadowing opportunities, creating a passion project. Everything is part of our counseling. Okay, then we are enrolling students who are current juniors for our junior senior program, applying to colleges in the fall of 2025. What's included in the program? Pretty much the kitchen sink. I'm just kidding. Everything is included, right from building their profile to getting opportunities, and everything is part of this, like advising them on SAT, ACT scores, essays, college list, mini medical interview prep. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We guide them for that. And our program success, Rainseller, like I mentioned, I mean, it's 700 applicants, 15 to 18 students get in, and our student got in. I shared her resume. So on an average, my students get 4 BSMD offers with scholarships. 1 to 2 BSMD acceptance will always be there in my students' profile. Okay, but there are no guarantees. Okay, and also this is my student whose success was published in the newspaper. She's from Atlanta for her research that she did with us. And okay, let me just go through this. And also we create, I just want to share with you the acceptance letter of Hofstra. It says, I enjoyed learning about Garba through your essay, and I'm happy that it makes you feel connected to your culture. So essay is a key parameter in the college applications, and we have experts that help students write those wonderful essays. Okay, and then acceptance letter to Duke. I want to share with you. It says, I enjoyed reviewing your application, and the admissions committee was impressed by your innovative projects and research prowess. Okay, so you see how important research is in getting into top colleges, right? And yeah, so these are some of the feedback that we've gotten from our students. And our passion project success, we also help students get media attention for their passion projects, help create that. Now, this student has a teen suicide prevention, and he's been on the news and everything, and we help with building that media profile for students. I mean, you name it, we have the service. Okay, and yeah, and so we have a special coupon. You will get $200 off on our neuroscience research program. You can apply this coupon spring 2025. It'll bring down to like by $200. Okay, and I also want to share our scholarship mm, link. You will be able to get all the resources from there. Okay, so now let's go to the questions. Any questions, please put them in the chat or raise your hand and I will give you, uh, I'll be able to unmute you so that you can ask questions. Okay, so let me just go over a question that's there. What to and not to add in medical school application. As a high school student is applying to the accelerated medical path, what would be the expectation to students since they are high schoolers? Of course, be yourself. We don't want to speak something that is untrue, right? You need to write about your achievements honestly in the essays. Highlight your extracurricular activities, right? So you went to shadowing. What did you learn from there? Was there a patient interaction, right? So those are the real life experiences that you need to put in your BSMD essays, right? What was that one time? What is your origin story? How did you come about wanting to do medicine? So those are the kind of questions that a student needs to highlight, showcase their achievements, their extracurricular activities, and put them in the essays and the resume, the website, and everything. Okay. So yeah, how many of your students have been expected? Yeah, I mean, a lot. I shared with you the list of colleges that my students have gotten into. Every student of mine has gotten into either one or two BSMD programs. Okay. Yeah. Anybody has any questions? If you want a call back, you can privately text me your number and I will call you back if you have any specific questions to enroll into our research program. Any other questions? Our counseling service also starts in January, where we go over all the details are available on our website. It's a 10-week counseling course that is available right there. You will see what all are covered in our program, and everything is available on our website. It's right here. The pricing and everything, yes, Shantanu, it's available. So the fee for neuroscience is, let me just go over, it is 2,600. You get $200 off, which it brings it to, we have two packages. You can take the basic and the premium. So the basic has 4 one-on-one sessions with the university professors together. The premium has 8 one-on-one sessions, and we help you submit the paper for publishing and everything. And also, I want to share with you our YouTube channel. All our students' presentations are available on our playlist. You will be able to see all their presentations and everything. The neuroscience, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will be able to see today's live session as well, right here. It's going on right here. So yeah, you will be able to see everything. Everything is available on our website. And Shantanu, if you need a call back, you have additional questions, we are happy to help. You can put your number in and I can call you back. Okay. Anybody has any other questions that you want to ask? Anyone needs a call back, just put your number in there and I will call you back. Anyone? Any other questions? No? Okay. The question is, what about 12th graders who are applying to, what was the question again? Mm, what was your question again? Sai? What about 12th graders who are applying? Oh, 12th graders who are applying to colleges, we help them with their MMI prep and everything, right? We help our students with an elevator pitch, which is like super important, and how to attend and answer the interview questions in the multiple medical interview. We train our students into everything. Yeah, any other questions that you have? You can put it in the chat. Let me just see. Okay, Sai. Let me just copy your number so that I don't miss out on it. Okay, anyone else who needs a call back, please put it in the chat and I will call you back on this number. Okay, why is it not allowing me to copy this? Yeah, I was able to. Okay. Anyone has any other questions? No? Okay. Okay, then I want to thank you for coming in. Gifted Gabber is our website. You will find all the questions. I'm sorry, you'll find all the enrollments there. You can ask me questions. I can call you back, but all the enrollment happens online. It's an automated system. Yeah, and neuroscience is our most sought after program, run by a professor who's from University of Southern California. And students do research on neurodegenerative diseases. And we help them publish their research paper. So they work on Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, Huntington, and everything. And we guide them into writing a 4,000 word research paper. Yeah. So all that is part of our program. And if you're interested in our counseling program, and you're not a junior because the juniors have other package, all the information is available on our website. Okay. If you don't have any other questions, I'll let you guys go. If you do, if you want me to call you back, you can put your phone number in there.